All right, so today we got two different dumbbells. It might get a little heavier towards the back half of class, but if you have kettlebells, great. Just want to show you that we can do these workouts with dumbbells or kettlebells. So either one, they're both going to work just fine today. All right, so we're going to start just kind of getting your body warm. We're going to do some hopping on some single leg work. So whatever leg you want to. We're going to go 4 legs or 4 hops on one leg. We're going to go 4 hops with both feet together and then 4 hops on the other leg. All right, we'll do a couple rounds of that. All right, so just stop hopping on the single leg, both legs, and the other leg. And we'll just go back and forth here. Just about 4 hops each way. And we're just kind of getting those ankles warmed up. We're going to be doing a bit of stability work today. And we're going to be working a bit of balance as well. Some single leg stuff. So ankles, stability, and of course our heart rate. So we're just going to get hopping around on this Friday afternoon. I'm going to go one more time around here. The left side, both sides, and the right side, and relax. All right, heart rate's up a little bit, which is good. So we're gonna do some lunge with some reaches. So we're gonna take a good strong forward lunge. Whichever leg is down, that hand's gonna go up and over. So a nice, good, long stretch through that side. I'm gonna bring that back up and back up. We're going to go for the other side, lunge down, reach up and over, really extend that top hand, get as long of a reach as possible, and then come back up. We're going to go 2 more times each way. So at your own pace here is fine. If you need to hold that a little bit longer, you can. Just making sure that we are lowering ourselves into that lunge and get that quad nice and active, those glutes active. And we're going to go one more time here. Sinking deep in that lunge, reaching high in that arm. And one more time here. And come back up. All right. Last one here, a little thoracic mobility here. We're going to interlock those fingers. We're going to push those palms away from us, kind of around those shoulder blades. Nice, good space between those 2 shoulder blades and your spine. Then we're going to pull our palms into us. Squeeze those shoulder blades nice and tight. And reverse. Pushing away, creating space in that upper back. And then turn around and eliminating that space in that upper back. Really tightening up, just trying to create space, create some mobility in those shoulders and pulling around the back and relax. All right, I'll get some good old-fashioned torso twists here just to make sure that our hips are loosened up and the other planes of motion, not just that sagittal plane front to back. Also decompress that low back a little bit. All right, so today we're going to be working through some flows. All right. So the first one is going to be all kind of single leg stuff. So we're going to kind of get all the balance stuff out of the way in the beginning, and then we'll kind of work on the weights. Okay. So what we're going to do, I'll show you kind of each piece of this, and then we'll kind of all go through it and then do like the actual workout part. Okay? So what you're going to do, you're going to take your weight. I'm going to start with the weight in my right hand. So I'm going to plant my left foot down. Okay? So what we're going to do is a very slow eccentric Romanian deadlift, or stiff leg deadlift actually. So you're going to kick that right heel back. You're going to slowly lower yourself down. Ooh, a little slower than that. We're going to put that weight all the way down to the ground. All right? So we're going to let go of that weight, and we're going to work to drive that knee up. Okay? So we're in a nice, good, balanced position right here. Balance position. Okay, from here, watch first, we're going to load into this left hip. All right, and then we're going to drive this knee up as we're going to do like a single leg hop or single leg jump. All right, so we're in that balance position. We're going to load back and we're going to drive that knee up and land on that single leg. Okay, we're going to try that again. So what we're looking for, again, think about this position as kind of your reset, your neutral, your balance position. Okay, so instead of kind of coming all the way down as we would like a RDL, I want you to think about just like you're loading to jump, all right, with two legs, but we're just loading to jump with a single leg, all right? And drive that knee up and find that balance, okay? That's the next part. Next part after that is just going to be a little pendulum lunge. So we're back in that balance. We're taking that right foot back into a reverse lunge, stepping forward into a front lunge, pushing back into that balance once more. All right, and then we're going to finish this up, kicking that leg back. We're going to reach down, find that weight once again, and then we're going to slowly, concentrically lift that weight back up to standing. Okay, so the goal is to stay on the single leg balance even at the end. So we'll go again. Stay on that single leg for the whole flow period, which is going to be about a minute. So we're going to do a minute or so. I might change that as we go. A minute on one side, and then we'll flip over and we'll do the same on the other side. And we'll do 2 rounds. So it'll be a good 4 minutes or so on that. Feel good? Feel ready? Just to kind of get an idea of what our weight is and our hamstrings. We're just going to work a couple RDLs, a couple single leg deadlifts from the start. I was a little surprised by the weight picking this one up, so we're going to knock out about, let's do 5 reps each side just to feel that weight, just to feel that balance before we kind of get into it. Because when we really get into that flow, I want you to be very focused on that stability and kind of piecing those, each movement together. So we're going to kind of get a little warm up with the weight, just kind of get an idea of, again, what it feels like. About 5 or so each leg. Nothing like a little extra hamstring work here on a Friday evening. Balance is not so great on this side. That's why we're practicing. That's why we're warming up. All right, there we go. So if you need a couple extra, you can grab it, but we'll go ahead and get started here. Again, you can start on either side that you want to. I'm going to start with my right hand working my left leg. So if you want to follow along with my call outs, that's what I will be calling out. So we'll go ahead and get that weight up nice and high. Get on that left leg, find your balance. We're going to get going in 2, 1, and go for it. So it's a very slow, eccentric, right? You're going to lower yourself all the way down to the ground. Put that weight down. Drive that knee through, find that. I'm sorry, there's no hop in that one, not quite yet. Pulling that knee up into the balance. Then load into that jump. Single leg jump, find that balance. Good. Pendulum lunge, step back, up and forward. Right again into that balance. And then we're finding that weight once more. And slow, concentrically pulling back up. All right, I'm going to try one more time. Eccentrically load. I'm going to do it correctly this time. Drive that knee through into the balance. We're going to load for that jump and jump. Stick that landing, right? Good. Pendulum lunge. Back up and forward. Find that balance. And then re-grab that weight. Slowly pull back up. Good. All right, let's go see the other side. So we got about 2. So we're going to match that. We're going to go 2 rounds on this side. In that left hand, on that right foot. We're going to slowly, eccentrically load down. Might be a little bit different on this side, which is fine. Driving that knee up. Oh, big drive. We're going to load and jump. There it is. pendulum lunge back, one forward, there's that balance, and kicking that back, refine that weight, and ooh, pull that back up. Weight got a little bit far away from you that time. All right, slowly load back down. Drive that knee through. Good, load and explode. There it is. And reverse lunge, forward lunge, back to balance. And slowly grab that weight. And let's re-engage, pull that back up. All right, back to the right side. I'm gonna let you go at your own pace here. We're gonna put about a minute on the clock. So I'm gonna stop calling them out. You go at your own pace, whatever you feel like. Maybe you're going a little bit faster, a little bit slower than me. I want you to really take the time to feel out this flow and get your bearings on it. All right. We're getting a little bit crazy with those balances. Not to worry, you aren't the only one. We're just trying to challenge you in a little different way. So have some fun with it. It is Friday. Balance may not be quite where we want it to be, which is fine. We're just trying to see what we can handle here. We'll finish up the second one on this side. Once you finish that second one, flip to that other side. We'll go last minute with that weight in that left hand. Very athletic Friday evening here. I know I love me some balance. There it is. All right. Finish that up. You can take a quick little breather. I'm going to grab some water. All right. Nice and warmed up, right? We're going to get ready for our second little segment here. This one is going to be a little less balance challenged. It's going to be a little bit more of that strength-based stuff. So we just have, I think, 4 parts on this one. Okay. Again, it's going to be all single side. So we're going to flow through on one side again for about a minute or so. Then we'll go to the other side and then repeat. Okay. So our first movement is going to be a deadlift, a traditional deadlift, but our weight is going to start on the outside of our foot. So when we hinge down, we want to really make sure that we're hinging back into that chair. Okay, so we're not squatting down, we're not pushing those knees forward, we're pushing those hips back and then lowering ourselves down. Okay, so that dumbbell or that kettlebell should be right on the outside of the foot. So when we go to grab it, we're grabbing it about our ankle and we're pulling that kind of right up your lower leg. Okay, that's the deadlift there. It's going to hinge down, we're going to grab that weight, pull it up. There's your deadlift. All right, so things to watch out for on this deadlift is that we're going to want to turn into that or turn away from that to pull that up. Want to work to really keep those shoulders square as we come down, as we come up. Okay, make sure this knee doesn't collapse either. We're good strong in those knees, good strong in those hips. There's that deadlift. Okay, after that deadlift, we're going to do side bends. We're going to let that weight pull us down. We're going to keep those hips nice and level. We're going to pull that weight up. A little oblique contraction there. Easy one. We're going to let that weight pull us back down. And we're going to pull this up into a clean. Okay, hopefully your weight is not super heavy to where we are able to get that back up. Still, again, using your obliques to finish this clean as opposed to traditionally using those hips. Okay, once we get our weight up here, it's just a simple press, or you can push press that if you're more comfortable there. Either way, we're just going to come back to our shoulder, and then we're going to take this kind of across the body like our Miss America stash, and we're going to reach this down into the inside of our foot on a lateral lunge. Pulling that back up, and then we're from the top again. All right, so one kind of full speed here. We're going to deadlift, pull that up, Let that weight pull us down for a side bend. Let that weight pull us down again for a clean. We're going to press back to the shoulder, across the body, into that lateral lunge, and to the start. Okay? Let's try a couple on the other side just to feel it out. So the feet nice and square under those hips. Sitting those hips back into our deadlift. Stand it up. Weight pulls us down. Obliques pull us back. Weight pulls us down. Clean to the shoulder. Pushing up overhead. Back to the shoulder. Reaching across. Lateral lunge. Back to stand. All right, one more time that side. Hinging down for that deadlift. Weight pulls us down. Obliques pull us back up. Weight pulls us down. Into a clean. Driving up. Back to shoulder. Across the body, lateral lunge. All right. Feel good about it. We're going to go a little bit more full speed. For this one, I'm not going to talk you through. That was just our talk through segment. So hopefully you have a good idea of what the flow is, being comfortable with the flow. If you do get lost, feel free to tune in to what I'm doing and just follow along. That's totally fine. Otherwise, as always, take it at your own pace. Your workout, take control here. All right, so we're going to put about a minute on the clock, see what we can get through, starting on whichever side you want to. All right, ready? And 3, 2, 1, go for it. I want you to feel this out. And we're still trying to get reps here. So this one, again, a little less balance. Really just focusing on these 4 simple movements. Just piecing them together, just to challenge our body a little differently than we typically work in this class. So if that weight starts to get a little out of control, slow it down. We got about 20 more seconds here. Should be able to get through another one. So it's getting real heavy in this hand. We got one more time, 10 seconds. Try to get through one more, nice and clean. Once you finish up this round, go ahead and switch to your other hand. And we'll go for a minute on this side. Definitely pay attention to how you're moving from that left to that right. If anything feels a little out of place, don't try to push through it. Try to really focus on what's going on. Maybe working a little correction. Whew. Here we go, 30 seconds this side. Stay strong, folks. We're moving some weight today. Moving it for reps. Feel like you're working out? I feel like I'm working out. Good. Oh, we almost forgot what we're doing. Alright, we're going to go last 10 seconds. I'm going to finish up this round. Once you do, we're going to go back to that other hand. And we've got 1 more minute per side. We're going to stay strong here, folks. We're going to wrap up this flow. Stay with me. Maybe push this one a little bit harder if you can. See if you can get an extra round of flowing in. Otherwise, just try to stay square. Just try to make sure you're doing a good job. We always like to talk about that form, that technique. That's always going to trump everything else that we do. All right. We got about 10 more seconds. We're trying to get 1 more on this side. Tell you what, holding on to this weight for so much. Getting heavy. All right. Last time, switch hands. 1 more minute on this flow. We're going to try to make these real good. look good, feel good. So what we're here for, make sure those reps are nice and square. Reps are looking good, primary focus. I do want to point out as well with these flows, it should be just that. I'm going to try to flow these movements into one another. So if we're getting real kind of segmented, if it's feeling real awkward, try to figure out why. See if there's something, there's like a little hitch somewhere. If something's just not sitting right, we can find some variations. We're going to finish this round, last one, folks. Once you get through that last round, that's going to be our time for that one. All right, I'm going to shake that out. So we got a few minutes left. We're going to try to squeeze in one more little segment. Give you a chance to rest, grab some water. I did a number on my grip. All right, so we're going to try to show you the last one here. It's going to be a little wild, so if you got maybe something a little bit lighter to go to, we're going to be doing a little bit different movement today, so be a good challenge. So all we're going to do from this one is going to be from the ground. It's going to be that same clean. We're going to do a rotational press. So whatever that weight hand, we're going to go to the opposite side. All right, so this is my right hand. I'm going to pivot towards my left and press. Okay, and then I'm going to take this arm and I'm going to bring this down and swing out. Okay, I'll have to show you the next one after that as well. But once we press, we're going to bring this down. Try not to swing it out from here. There's going to be a lot of momentum there. So bring it back down to your shoulder and bring that down for a lateral swing. Okay? We're going to do 2 lateral swings to an overhead. What does that look like? All right, so clean. We're pressing. We're back down. Lateral swing across, lateral swing. Now we look like we just pressed the opposite side, right? Then we're just going to bring that back down and back to the start. Okay? So full through, it looks like clean, rotational press, back to the shoulder, lateral swing to overhead, back down to the start. Okay? So this one's going to be quick. We're just going to do 30-second segments on this one. Okay? So make sure to hold on tight. Make sure there's no valuables on either side. You got room to swing. We'll go ahead and get this started. Pick a side, any side. We'll go the first couple together, then I'll send it on your own. All right? So we're going to clean. Press the opposite way. Shoulder, swing. Swing to overhead. Back to start. All right? Clean. Press. Down. Swing. Swing to overhead. Back to start. One more time. On the ground. Clean. Press. Down. Swing. Swing to overhead. And to the start. Let's go ahead and switch arms. At your own pace here. And clean that up. Again, you're turning the opposite way. All right? At your own pace. Oops. I don't even know my own workout. All right, be confident in that swing. I want you to really focus on first holding on to that weight. That's going to be very helpful. We're going to go one more time this side. But make sure that we are controlling that through that core. Go ahead and switch hands if you haven't already. Second round, this first side. This side, it does certainly feel a little bit better. This is the strong side. This is the coordinated side. All right, we're just kind of getting comfortable with that lateral swing. It's a little bit different. Again, hopefully you went down in weight if you felt it necessary. Just challenging ourselves. Switch sides to work a little bit differently Just having some fun, working a little bit different plane. And if you notice, I didn't really point out before, but we are going to work to pivot those feet on that lateral swing. All right. Oh, I lost which way I'm going. Last time here, folks. I'm going to finish up strong. Up overhead. Back to start. And time. All right. Hope you had some fun. Hopefully you did something a little bit different today. I had a great time. Just a friendly reminder that next Friday, we will not be having Equipped at 5 o'clock. We're just taking kind of a 1 week break. We'll be back after that, no worries. Monday and Tuesday still have Equipped at 5 o'clock, just not next Friday. Okay? Other than that, hopefully you all have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you Monday morning for some mobility at 7 a.m. Enjoy your evening.